Hard times at the Huskin Bee. Let me know about any creepy festivities that happen near you in the comments and let's jump in. And this episode starts with some nice imagery, less creepy than the one before. Greg hears someone calling for help and immediately goes to investigate.
Help! Huh? I'm stuck!
Against Wirt's better judgment.
No.
And he's found the trapped bird from episode 1.
I'm stuck.
Which he saves, and now the bird owes him a...
Thanks, I owe you a favor.
As they head to Pottsfield.
Pottsfield, 1 mile.
Which sounds a lot like a potter's field, and the Venture Bros taught me that that's a mass grave full of dead people.
Wait, did he say stay away from Potter's Field?
I don't know, maybe?
Well, that makes sense. That whole field out there, mass grave.
It's probably not the most pleasant place to build a town or name a town after. And Greg introduces his new bird friend Beatrice to his lovely frog Wirt Jr.
Beatrice?
My frog's name is Wirt Jr.
Beatrice says she's not particularly a fan of being a bird.
So is it nice being a bird?
Nope.
As the boys both smash pumpkins on their way into town.
I stepped on a pumpkin!
Finding the town mostly abandoned except for a creepy turkey inside one of the houses.
I'm looking for a phone.
Until a pleasant song catches their ears.
Huh?
And they approach a barn full of happy singing pumpkin people. Who say they're all in costumes, which is odd, but as Wirt seems to figure out, maybe they're just a cult.
Some kind of weird cult where they wear vegetable costumes.
Not necessarily the weirdest thing. We've got many strange festivities that happen in the countryside of England, though it slowly gets creepier, as some of the townsfolk explain that you don't pass through here.
Just passing through.
Folks don't tend to pass through Pottsfield.
And ask the boys why they'd ever want to leave. Dancers slowly start to corner them.
Maybe he's here to steal our crops, to ruin our party.
The large pole we've seen people dancing around before is revealed to be a giant pumpkin person.
Let's not jump to any conclusions.
And at that point, Beatrice decides she's had enough and sets about leaving.
I'm done.
A giant pumpkin judges the boys and is going to set about giving them a punishment as he questions all of their motives for being here.
You come to our town, you trample our crops, you interrupt our private engagement.
And for the punishments of destroying crops and generally disturbing the peace, a couple of hours of manual labour.
I sentence you to a few hours of manual labor.
Which doesn't sound too bad to the boys. As they work the fields, you can see the townsfolk watching from a distance, not allowing them to step out of line. As the boys start to dig holes in one of the fields, Beatrice starts to question Wirt's decision making.
And then what are you gonna do? Just wander around this way and that way?
What their plan is to just wander around the woods forever, as it seems like the boys might be digging their own graves.
Maybe they're gonna bury you out here.
Especially as Greg, thinking he's found treasure, reveals it is in fact a skeleton.
What'd you find?
A skeleton!
A real potter's field. And the rest of the town appear, chanting, slowly approaching. And it's left to Wirt to try and come up with a plan to escape. So he asks Beatrix for that favour.
I want your help! Beatrice!
She starts to unpick the lock as Wirt stalls the village.
You guys don't like rocks, right?
As Beatrice gets the locks unpicked,
See? So?
her and Greg run away.
We were getting rid of the rocks, and...
Wirt unfortunately doesn't. And one of the skeletons, Larry, comes back to life from the hole they've dug.
You know, and...
He puts on a pumpkin, and it turns out he was the life of the party.
Thanks for digging up the life of the party.
The other skeleton jumps up, and Wirt realizes that all of these people are skeletons.
They're all skeletons.
Left here to dance and enjoy themselves. The village leader once again asks Wirt if he's sure he wants to leave.
You sure you want to leave?
Me? Yes.
And the big guy says, though, he'll be joining him anyway soon enough.
You'll join us someday.
But once Wirt reunites with Beatrice and Greg,
Oh, are they chasing us?
Greg decides that he knows exactly what his wish should be. To give Wirt Jr. fingernails so he can play the guitar better.
I wish Wirt Jr. had fingernails so he could play the guitar better.
And the boys and Beatrice head off to find Adelaide, the good woman of the wood.
Yeah, I'll bring you to Adelaide.
It's time to say